Alright guys, this thing's been bothering me. I haven't worked on it any. But this morning when I came outside, this thing sets up like a four-wheel drive in the front end. It drives fine, but man, I'm talking, it had a good, like you could stick your whole entire hand above the tire and under the fender there. It bothered me every time I come outside to come down here and shop to work. I seen it. It's bugged the crap out of me. So I'm going to show y'all how to do a budget-minded, budget-friendly lowering. If you want to lower your Mustang, get it down lower than factory. Of course, you could do the Shelby drop, which that's going to give you like an inch, but I'm not going to fool that. We're going to pull the springs out. We're going to cut part of the spring off and then reinstall it. That's your poor boy's way of doing it, and it works just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's get to it. So, first thing you're going to do is, of course, jack your car up. Get it up off the ground safely with some jack stands. Next thing to do is pull these off. Real simple. Get your three, it's 9/16 socket. Take the nuts off. And then back there you got the tops are 5/8, the bottoms are 11/16. The nuts, I mean. So get all them off. The next thing it's going to be is we're going to take both of our bolts off for our shock here. And then we're going to take the nuts off right here. See these nuts? So we'll get those off, and that'll get the shock out of the way. And we have to remove all this together because you can't get the shock out of this hole. So you got to just pull it all out together. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get to it. I really need to be working on the stuff that's inside the garage, but it ain't going to hurt to take one day and piddle with this car for one day. Like I said, I ain't got to work on it. I shipped an Eleanor out at the beginning of the week. That was a big elephant off my chest. It's gone. Customer's happy with it. I will say this much though. When it got to where it was going, the truck driver, the shipping company, they flooded it to death. I mean, they just flooded it so bad it would not start. And luckily, where it got dropped off, there was somebody there that had a little bit of sense. They pulled the spark plugs out, blowed them off, stuck them back in, fired right up. Truck drivers, they just didn't know what they're doing, evidently. So we got those nuts off. And now, we're going to have to put some pressure under here so that we can get our nuts off of our shocks there. I went and rented a spring compressor. I'm going to try it. I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to try it. We're going to give it the benefit of the doubt. See, you don't want to put it on your drum. I plan on putting disc brakes on this car. I just don't have time to fool with it really right now. I really don't even need to be doing this, but we're going to do it. Woo, that thing went right up. These springs are so stiff. I mean, it's retarded how stiff they are. And I mean, you can't haul it. When you're driving it, it has no give. These have got to be big block springs. There's that nut. Pull our washer and our rubber down. If I'd have known, I would have cut these springs before I stuck them in back a long time ago. When I first put this car together to get off the trailer, y'all remember all this stuff was just loosely bolted up and it had no springs in it. If I'd have known it was big block springs, I would have cut them before I ever stuck them back on. Alright, got that one off. Our rubber, woo! Golly, our rubber's shot. We'll have to replace that for sure. So our shock's ready to come out now. So now we can jerk that baby out. Overlook the mess, y'all. I need to be cleaning today, really. Today was supposed to be clean the shop up day and organize tools. You see how that's going. There's our shock. Them rubbers look okay. We'll lay it to the side. The thing about this car not having no paint on it is we ain't got to worry about scratching it. So now we can let this back down. And we're now to the point to where we should be able to start. What's all down here? We should be to the point to where we can start putting our spring compressor in and seeing if it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Them springs is under a lot of pressure. I don't like springs like that because them kinds that can kill you or hurt you really bad. So I went to a good old Riley's. They didn't have the spring compressor I wanted. I wanted the one that goes on the inside and hooks at the top and hooks inside the spring on the bottom and the top. And all they had was this one here. I'm gonna get y'all up closer here. So all they had was this one. We're gonna try it. If it works, it'd be great. It's our number on this spring compressor. We're gonna try it. I've got a homemade compressor that I made, but I can't find it. I normally just go over and borrow Dad's. Okay. So, oh no, I don't think this is going to work because I can't do it in reverse here. How are we going to do this? Maybe I can take this out. Man, the way this is designed, it's meant to go. I don't know about this one, fellas. I don't think this one's going to work. Man. Maybe if I can. Yep, I don't think this is going to work. It would have worked if it had the jaws on each end. I'm pretty sure this one's not going to. We're going to try it. Maybe if I get down this as low as I can get it, maybe. I don't like this at all. This looks like death. We're gonna try it though. I don't see this one working. We'll find me a socket. I really know which one I need, but hey, shit falling off this thing everywhere. Clip just fell off. If it's fly around there and kill me, bro. Well, it's loose in there. Jesus, please don't let me get hurt. Please, 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 please. Oh man, that's so dangerous. Oh, lady, that's like a cocked gun. Alright, there it is, fellas. gonna be dangerous is trying to unload it. Still got tension on it from the inside of the threads. This ain't good. Still under tension, I'm out of threads. Oh well. Hammer down, Donna. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I'd say getting it back in is gonna be a different story. Oh man, look, it actually bent that. Or is that the way that's made? I don't know. Don't look friendly to me. Okay, so that little clip, the seal off, obviously goes right there. Where'd it go? Right here. Man, I hope I don't get my deposit back on this because I'm gonna have it broke. I think it's hot, boys. Alright. I usually just cut one coil off, but I'm thinking that ain't gonna be enough. So I'm thinking I probably need to cut more. So what if I cut one and then cut a half? That would get it down, wouldn't it? I think I'm gonna cut it 1 1/2. It might make it too low, but we're gonna try it. Those big block springs, they're stiff. Of course the battery's dead. Why wouldn't the battery be charged? Should I go with just one, or I think set up like a 4-wheel drive? Yeah, we're just gonna go with this route and try it and see. It's gotta help some, right? Almost tempted to cut off a half. Kind of want to. Let's do it. Look at it hurt. Do we want to cut off a half more? Lower it even more? This thing was like, it's setting up too daggone high. Let's cut off one more and just see. If we screw up, we screw up. just cut a quarter of it in half off. It's probably slammed on the ground though. Oh, it's setting up like Richard Rollins' Royal Crown Affair Mustang. That green Shelby convertible thing he's got. And he told me, I messaged him back years ago and asked him how he got it set up like that. And he told me all it was big block springs. I believe him now. I didn't before, but I do now. So we need this thing up as high as we can get it. She's gonna be right there. We either helped ourselves or hurt ourselves, because now this thing's probably gonna be touching the spring part before it ever starts going back in. We may have to put the spacer up here. That's probably what we're going to end up having to do, yeah. Because I know for a fact that ain't gonna work. We're gonna try it first just to see, but I'm thinking that it ain't gonna work without some kind of spacer. I mean, really, you shouldn't have to compress it a whole lot now. So let's just stick it up in there and try it, I guess. That spring's little now. I'll probably just rip my car. Oh man, it goes right in there now. Ain't no rubber on that. Ain't they supposed to be rubber right there? Well, that ain't gonna work. Won't that make it squeak? Oh well, didn't have it before and it wasn't squeaking. Right in there. We're gonna be low rider now. We're gonna be low and slow. That thing went right up in there. Back in the center. Look at that. Not too bad. How long we got in it? We're 30 minutes in right now. I spent most of the time fiddling with this stupid compressor thing in my jigger. I think we got it figured out now though. All right. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool. Put this side back together now. I know y'all don't want to see me put it back together, so I'm going to turn y'all off for a minute. And we'll go do the other side. Actually, I'm going to do the other side. And then I'll turn the camera back on whenever I let the car back down on the ground. That'll work? That'll work. There it is, boys. I haven't drove it yet. It might settle some more, but I like that. I like the stance of it now. It's not too low. It's not setting up too high. I think I'm going to back it up and go up and down the driveway a little bit. I can't turn it a lot right now because I'm having to run these wheel spacers. You see these? These are like inch and a half wheel spacers. And they've got the wheels spaced out. And bends the wheels are spaced out. When you turn, it rubs the fender. I don't want to take no chance on busting my Shelby front fiberglass piece. So, I'm going to have to get my tires put on my Shelby wheels. Get them on here. Because these wheels, they rub the upper ball joint. My wife's calling. Bye, fellers. Well, boys, there you go. Let's check out the stance now. I freaking love the stance. I don't know, it makes it look longer. I like it. I drove it to town twice. I had to reset the alignment once. After I lowered it, of course, I set the alignment. And then I drove it to town once, and then I noticed it was getting to where it darted around a lot. Of course, I lost my toe in. It was measuring out exactly the same from front to back. So I gave her a little toe in. Now she is perfect. I love it. I love the stance. I love this old car. I like it a lot. I think I'm just going to keep it. I think it's going to be my keeper. I think I finally found it. This old car is so much fun to drive. I love it. It sets so good. We know, Ellie. We know. We know. Oh, Ellie's wanting to play. I found her chicken out there on the side of the road. I don't know how in the world it got there, Ellie. Bring your chicken over here and I'll throw it. But yep, guys, that's how you do it. I lowered this car in 1 hour. I did both sides. I took it apart. I cut the springs. I reassembled it all and adjusted my toe in 1 hour, fellers. All I did was rented that tool from O'Reilly's. I have $0 in lowering this car because O'Reilly's, of course, they loan you the tool. Of course, you pay for it. But then when you return it, they give you your money back. So I have $0 in the lowering kit on this car. When I say lowering kit, I mean a cutoff wheel. I cut off 1.5 coil, and as you can see, it lowered that thing a lot. And it ain't too much neither. It doesn't bottom out. It doesn't get into the tires or anything. I got plenty of room. I still stick my hand up in here, see? I got about, I don't know. I get my hand in there all the way up to my knuckles anyway. Well, I don't know. It's great, man. I love it. I got some Kelsey Hayes lookalikes. They're the Mag Stars, the 67 Shelby wheels. I like the way these wheels look on here, but like I said, those are for my Charger, my Dodge Charger. So I'm gonna put my other wheels on. I think it'll even look better. It'll look more like a Shelby then. Oh, Ellie, you look good. You're posing for the camera, aren't you, girl? Pretty dog. I gotta get her some treats. Where'd your chicken go? You done lost it again? That's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you like it. I hope maybe I helped somebody. You don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money on lowering springs. Take the springs that you got. If your car sets up too high, just simply cut them. You don't cut the top, cut the bottom. So that's it, fellas. Enjoy.